Hey there, today's little sequence is going to be about pigeon pose. Pigeon is a pose that I have really strong feelings about. And again, if you've watched some of my classes, you know I talk a lot about active and passive flexibility. And I've thought a lot about pigeon, a lot, especially when I was researching. And I've done some investigating. And pigeon has become, in our modern expression of yoga, it's become a very passive, letting go, kind of floppy pose, where we go as far as we can and then we hang out there and do nothing. And it feels really good. So I don't want to take away from that. I fully understand that. But it's not doing much to strengthen our hip rotators, the muscles that are called, the group of muscles called your hip rotators. And those hip rotators have a really important job. They're like the rotator cuff of your shoulder, but they're the rotator cuff of your hips. And they really hold the femur bone in place. They really hold the hip joint together. And so we want to strengthen them as well. And so pigeon is a great pose to strengthen them in, because we get to stretch them a little bit. They get some elongation, and then we strengthen them in that position. But to do that, it's actually a lot of work, and it still feels really good. So don't think that it feels worse than the floppy one. It's just a little bit more effort. So I'm going to show you the classical forward bend version. And before I do that, I just want to say, if you look in kind of the manuals of the last 100 years that describe pigeon pose that we're doing today,